One of the things you just mentioned was, well, you obviously have to have enough cash flow before the revenues come in. And I think that's an interesting one. Um, Many companies are surprised how long it can take in order to generate their first revenues in China. What are your thoughts on this?
I think my thoughts are that it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Some people don't actually bother establishing until they've got that contract. And you can operate through distributors, through an Australian company dealing with a distributor, for quite a long time. But ultimately, if you want more control of the market the standard problem I get is we've been in China for 5 years. Our revenues have plateaued; they're not going up anymore. And say this was a med tech, because that's a familiar one, and say it's an orthopedic product like a nail screw, or a hip replacement or whatever joint.
Yep.
So it's inside the body. And you'd say, okay, who's president of the Orthopedic Society in China with 30,000 doctors looking at him or her, asking them what they should buy? Don't know. Well, you kind of should know that after 5 years, don't you think? Well, the distributor doesn't think that that's relevant. They think that's their job to look after him, say it to him. And so you go, well, you kind of want to meet this person because he probably wants to meet you. So you get a girl to ring him every hour for 48 hours until he agrees to see me, and you rock up one day with some, with some pork buns or something, and then he says, "Don't ring me like that again. What do you want?" And you explain, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, I can help you."
Yeah.
And let's work out what the most appropriate way to do that is, because I like your products or whatever. I've heard of them, but I've never met anyone from the company because we just get the salesman from the distributor through. So generally, having a closer engagement, you've got how long does it take to get the revenue was the question. You can operate for a long time at arm's length, but then at some point you must decide whether or not you want to continue with that, and or actually establish a presence and get closer and put someone into the Chinese market so that they can give you direct sort of feedback on what's happening in the market with the relevant key opinion leaders.
Yeah.